Hello, hello.
Hi,
How are you?
how you doing?
I'm good. Hey,
Good.
everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. I am Leslie from Brown Girls Embrace. And from time to time, I like to talk to women who have embraced self love and who have overcome challenges. And tonight, I have with me is Andrea from Rap and Chic.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me.
Yes, welcome, welcome. So go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us where you're from.
Okay, everyone. My name is Andrea, as Leslie said. I'm from New York City, and I consider myself to be a blogger. My brand is Wrapped in Chic, and I'm really just enjoying the creative space I have and platform on Instagram, promoting my brand. And I'm trying to balance it all with regular work and just my spiritual activities because that's the most important thing in my life, really. But I'm just trying to see where my brand goes, where it takes me. I'm really excited and I have a lot of goals for it.
Oh, that sounds exciting. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, what inspired your name, Wrapped in Sheep?
Okay, so wrapped in chic. Of course, I love head wraps, I love turbans and style, but I also love to inspire others, to inspire women. And I really have a love for quotes and poetry and encouraging others to just do better and stay positive and, move forward. And so when it came to the whole brand of wrapped in chic, I love to see women put themselves together well as myself. I like to dress in a chic manner and be aesthetically pleasing outwardly and just putting my outfits together well. And also, the wrapped portion comes from my love of wrapping head wraps. And so I combined that because I felt like, we want to look good outwardly, but we also want to be wrapped in chic, so to speak, inwardly and work on ourselves, make sure we're doing well mentally, emotionally, and physically, taking care of ourselves as women. So it's definitely a whole spin on all of those things.
I love it. I love the play on words, Wrapped in Chic. I wanted to tell you too, I like the word chic because every time on, like, if I'm looking for outfit on Amazon, I put like
Yes.
chic outfit for women. So I love this
Yes.
wrapped in chic, and it's like wrapped in love and chic, and
Yes.
I
I
love it.
love it. Yep. Hmm.
So, what inspired you to start wearing head wraps?
Well, I've been inspired by so many different things just from growing up and even into adulthood. I've always been inspired by head wraps and turbans. When you look back at women back in the day, way before we were born, the way they carried themselves, very classy, their style of dress, and sometimes they would wear hats or turbans and or scarves on their head, and they just looked so beautiful. Also, just everyday women, I see out and about. They look very nice. And then different artists like India Ari, we know when she came out and she was rocking her head wraps and she had that first song video. That was
Mhm.
awesome. And it was just talking about embracing yourself and being comfortable in your own skin. I think that's so important. And so all those things inspired me, even just looking at women around the world, Africa and in other countries. They wear turbans or wrap their head, and they just look amazing. And all of them do it differently, but it just looks beautiful.
It does.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm from the DMV area and we have a lot of festivals here. And every time we go to a festival, you'll see somebody with a head wrap on or
Yeah.
natural hairstyle, and they look so gorgeous. They're seeing a group of Black, beautiful women wearing their hair in a head wrap. And it's different colors, different
Yes.
styles, and it fits your face so nice and so well. So I
Yeah.
personally had a hard time trying to wear head wraps because I didn't know how
Mhm.
to, and I get frustrated sometimes. But
Right.
I'm thankful that Andrea showed me, and I got it achieved tonight.
You
I
did
hope you did a good
beautiful.
job.
It
Thank
looks so
you.
good on you. I love the color and the earrings and just the whole
Oh,
outfit.
thank you. And I always know that like head wraps and earrings always like go well with each other,
Yes.
the color. And due to the pandemic, a lot of us had bad hair days, and that's
Yes.
all you could see was. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
That's all you could see was
Right.
from the head up down to maybe like our chest. So
Exactly.
can't wear, you show off your shoes anymore, your purse anymore. So you
Yep.
have to really like enhance it. And this definitely does like show character, show
Yes.
personality. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you mentioned the pandemic. Before the pandemic, I wore head wraps and I enjoyed it. But during the pandemic, it just went to another level because, I had to be in front of virtually in front of meetings like on Zoom, and I needed to look presentable and nice. But with everything going on, I didn't always feel like styling my hair for weeks on end. But
Yeah.
the head wraps took care of those bad hair days. They were my go to, they still are. And I still felt beautiful, and like I was putting myself together well and presenting myself well, so that even though it was crazy going, all these things going on around us, I still felt good and positive because I could, take care of myself and look really, really nice with the head wraps. And so that was definitely a thing. I got a lot of compliments, and it allowed me to be creative. It was fun. It's been really fun creating different looks and even be inspired by hairstyles and different things of that nature to come up with different ideas.
Yes, you have definitely inspired me because I've been wearing braids a lot during the pandemic, and sometimes I don't want to take out my braids.
Yes.
Um, so I need something to cover my edges, and the
Right.
hair wrap is perfect. Um,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
and as a hairstylist, um, we experienced bad hair days during the pandemic, but we still want to be presentable virtually.
Yes.
So the hair wraps come in handy. I appreciate the hair wraps now. One of my friends texted me after a live we did on IG.
Right.
If you don't follow us, you can follow me at Brown Girls Embrace and Andrea at Rock and Chic. And she was saying that she's gonna go and get some more head wraps because it's needed, especially during the wintertime. It
Yes.
covers up our ears. We stay a little
Right.
warm, outdoor activities or whatever. So I like it. And
Exactly.
I like how to incorporate it into my t-shirt. Like, oh my, like even getting ready for this interview tonight, I was trying to make sure like,
Mhm.
okay, does this scarf kind of go with the shirt and the earrings? So
It looks so good together. I love that.
oh, thank you. I appreciate it
Mhm.
so much.
Definitely.
So tell us how did you learn to create these different head wrap styles?
Yeah, so I tend to look at a style and I'll just try to recreate it and make it my own. But then YouTube has tons of tutorials. I even on Instagram, there's tons of tutorials. And so even as someone that has started doing tutorials, I encourage others to make it their own. Our head shapes are different. The way we're styling our hair underneath is different. So you can be inspired by the tutorial. You may try to recreate it just the way the person did it, or just get an idea. It may inspire you for another look. And so that's kind of, how I look at it.
Yeah, that's good.
Mhm.
Me personally, I get so frustrated when I can't get something on the first go, but I know you got to keep trying. Like the more you do, the
Trying.
better you become. So
Yes. Just
I'm
keep
still
trying.
working on my patience and learning. But,
Mhm.
the other night when we did it, I did it today, and I got it. But
See? You did excellent. That's the thing. Practice just makes perfect. You just keep getting in that mirror and then you might see a look that you never even saw before, or you didn't think you could do, and you're just like, "Oh, this
yeah,
works. I like this." So go with it and just have fun.
yeah, I like how you said that you try to create head wraps into hairstyles,
Yes.
and sometimes hairstyles, not every hairstyle is for everybody, but a
Right.
wrap can be just for about anybody, pretty much.
Mhm.
So I like
Absolutely.
that you said you
Yeah.
did that. So tell us about the different fabrics that we should get for hair wraps, and where do you get different fabrics from? And does the size matter when you're wearing a hair wrap? I know
Mhm.
I have a lot of scarves. Um,
Right.
so can I wear the same scarf on my neck, on my head too, or it can't be for both, or can be for both?
Yeah. Yeah, you can wear the same scarf that you wear on your neck, on your head. Sometimes I'll see a really nice print and it's meant to be, people would typically say, "Oh, it's a scarf for your neck." And I'm just like, "Oh, I have to wear that." Like I'll just show you the one that I'm going to show you later. This one here, I love the print, the yellow print when I first saw it, snake kind of print. And I just had to get it. And I said, "I'm wearing this as a head wrap." I specifically got it for a head wrap, but it's really meant, people sell it for around your neck. But you can wear different fabrics. You can get them at a regular fabric store. You can get it from, your scarves from a thrift store, and then there's tons of shops as well. And as far as fabric, I feel like if for a person that's starting out, it would be best to probably work with the cotton fabrics because it's a little bit more stiff and probably easier to maneuver. And so, for example, this is like an Ankara fabric, African print, tribal print, and this is cotton, and it's more on the stiff side. And then you have this is kind of polyester, I believe, and it's more flimsy material. But you can make it work with any material that you find that you like. It's just about having enough fabric and it to be enough for the style you're trying to create, you know, and match the season too. Of course, you don't want to wear some thick scarf. Certain scarves are just you
Yeah,
wouldn't.
that is very, very
A
true.
wool scarf, I'm not going personally. Some people do, I'm sure, but you know, I don't. You have to be careful with your hair too. You want to make sure you're protected underneath.
Yeah.
Fabrics are rubbing, so that's another thing to consider as well.
Yeah, being a hairstylist too, a
Right.
lot of times people buy the wrong kind of material for the edges, and then you might have breakage around the edges. So,
Hmm.
what kind of scarf would you recommend so you won't have breakage around your edges?
I always recommend protecting your hair underneath. Like I have
Okay.
a cap underneath. Sometimes I'll put my bonnet on underneath and just bunch it up underneath it, or a silk something, some type of silk scarf would be good. But you definitely want to protect your edges and put something underneath it because if you wear a cotton fabric, as you know, as a stylist, it's gonna soak up all your moisture and everything
Yeah.
of that nature. So you have to be conscious of that. And some people are making them with the satin underneath satin fabric to protect your hair. So that's another option people have as well. Like this one I'm wearing, she has satin built into it to protect my hair.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Hmm.
I want
Yeah.
to share with you ladies too that certain styles you can't wear to bed for protecting your hairstyle because you will have breakage. So
Right.
there's certain hair wraps that you wear for style, and there's certain scarves you wear for bed. So I
Exactly.
want everybody to know the distinction between the two. So can you go ahead and explain the distinction between head wraps for bed and head wraps for style?
Right. Yeah. I wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't. I don't think there's any of my head wraps, even a softer material that I would really wear to bed unless it had like a silk finish or something, or I had something else underneath to protect it because it's rubbing and friction. I pretty much when I'm going to bed, I wear a bonnet and I stick to that
Okay.
and use like a silk pillowcase at times. That's what I stick to. I don't because yeah, if your head wrap is tied and pulled and wrapped around, it's just could be tension and that's probably not a good combination. Like if you went to bed with the wrap you have on, like it might, you know, pull. Even
Yeah.
this one for me, it might pull my edges or something and rub. So yeah, I wouldn't really do it unless it has like a silk finish or something like
Okay.
that.
Is
You
there
know.
any fabrics that we should stay away from that is not good fabric to wear in our head or we might be allergic to?
Yeah, for some people, they have to be careful with that. I think, you know, if you go to a fabric store, you definitely want to fill it out and look at what the fabric is made of. Because certain fabrics are meant for, let's say someone's making curtains or something like that. It's thicker. You don't want to, you want something lightweight, I would say, because you have to
Lightweight.
wear it on your head. You don't want to mess up your neck or anything either with it being too heavy. So you want to be conscious of it. Sometimes I know with me, I get captured by prints, but I have to think about what the fabric is made up of. So lighter materials. People might use sheer materials. I even you could use a pashmina, something like a pashmina scarf. That's
Cashmere.
just throwing it out there. But I still would protect my hair underneath.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
be
Gotcha.
very conscious of it.
So is there a particular website you get your head wraps from or a different particular store you go to get your hair wraps?
There's so many, Leslie. I mean, so many.
Mhm.
I always loved the Rap Life. They have really nice
I love the Rap
colors.
Life.
The Rap Life. I love the Rap
Yeah.
Life. But then there's smaller businesses like on Instagram. There's a
Mhm.
few. If someone goes to my page, I actually on the previous live we did, I'm going to list some pages, and I periodically list them in my posts as well. There's one Sue underscore Vogues. There's I think there's Rap by Nails. I like them too. There's so many. If you just tag search in the search bar, you can find it easily. Easily find it. Or you could just go on an excursion to a fabric store and find some prints you like, and you can
Mhm.
order. I'd say about a yard and a half to 2 yards of fabric, and you can use that to wrap your hair,
Yeah.
and it
I
should be good.
know when I go to the different festivals, like say for instance,
Yes.
like a Jamaican festival, the
Right.
African ladies will be there and they'll have their what kind of material is that called? The ones that the Africans
Oh
usually
yes.
wear.
African print. I believe it's Ankara. I hope I'm saying it right.
Ankara.
Ankara. It's cotton usually, like something like this, but the
Okay.
African print. This is like a tribal print. But yeah, there's so many of them around. Or they call it wax, I believe, print as well. But There's so many. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. You can find them everywhere, really, at this point. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So can you give us like a little tutorial of your head wrap
Yes,
and how you do it? Just one
absolutely.
piece. Mhm.
Exciting. Okay, so just so you know, this is a ready wrap that I have on my head right now, which
Yes.
is also easy for those that don't want to be those days you don't want to be bothered with being creative
Yeah.
and wrapping your hair. So
I
that's what I have
actually
on
think
now.
I've
Yeah.
heard of the ready wrap when my friend had her baby and she was doing
Oh,
her hair and she was like, I don't want her to mess up her hair. And she had it already wrapped. And I was
so
like,
cute.
did you pick a head wrap for your baby? And she was like,
Adorable.
on Amazon and it was like a ready wrap. It was
It's
so cute. She
adorable.
would do her little
Yeah.
rest.
It's so nice. Just to show y'all too, this is the silk you see underneath. So that's easy to protect your hair.
Yeah.
So you can always get that built in if you need to.
And before
Um,
you start, I
mhm.
wanted to
Yeah.
talk to you too. One time I think I was in Walmart and I saw a scarf, and it
Right.
had the picture of the 3 different ways you can wear the wrap. You can wear it as
Yeah.
a scarf, a head wrap, or
I love
something
it.
else. So I wanted to mention
That's
that. So the
yes.
scarves are very versatile. You can
Yes.
wear it more than one way, and it will show you. It'll have a picture on there of how you could wear it.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. That's something
Mhm.
like with this light scarf too. I wear it around my neck
Okay.
a lot, but you could wear it as a head wrap too.
Yeah.
But this one I'm going to use as an anchor actually, because I'm going to create a style at the top of my head. So I'm just using this as an anchor. I'm wrapping it around to
Mm.
make kind of
And
like
that's something that I
a
didn't know, that you have to have an
yeah.
anchor to
Right.
keep it in place.
It depends on so it all depends on how your hair is underneath. My hair is in cornrows going back.
Okay.
So it's flat. So I need something to anchor it. But if you have like a braided style like you can use your braids as an anchor if you want. But if you wanted to, let's say, wear your braids down and still have a bun up top, you would need to do something to help. You need that shape up there. Some people also wear 2 head wraps. They'll create one with the bun and then add one on top. But I don't. That might be too much for some people. I don't really do that, but you can, and it looks great. So but yeah, that's the go. This will be the anchor. I'm just going to get my scarf together.
Mhm.
This beautiful yellow, which I love. Put that around my head. Here's my anchor. Just place it kind of where I want it to be so it doesn't fall over. And I don't have a mirror, so I'm staring right into the camera.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm just going to pull the fabric up from the back, and you see it kind of going to the side. We'll adjust that.
Yeah.
We'll adjust it a little later. Now it doesn't want to work for me, but you just play around and just you find what works.
Mhm.
Give me 1 second.
No problem.
Okay. So I'm just gonna pull it a little tighter so that it works. And
Mhm.
then
Okay, it's okay.
so hilarious. Okay. So I'm just gonna tie it up front and then I'll fix it and play around with it so that I get some structure to it. There we go. And then I can
Mhm.
move it around a little bit. Okay. I think because of the camera, it looks so funny because it's like opposite.
Well, it looks good over here.
Thank you. Okay.
Because you can kind of wear it to the side or in the middle. It
Right,
doesn't
it's so
really
true.
matter.
See? You get inspired and create different
Yeah.
yeah, the camera's opposite, so it's, like,
Sometimes,
weird for me. It's so
um,
weird. So I'm just gonna twist it to either side. I wanna create some texture. Twist this side, and I'm gonna fix it after I twist it around and shift it and all that. So I will twist it on either side and bring it around. And we're gonna go this way. Just continue twisting it, and then I'm gonna bring it around again, and I'm gonna go in to tuck it. And you see it's kind of leaning because it's so weird for me the way I'm seeing this.
uh-huh.
But I'm going to just tuck it in and just fix that to the side. Any extra fabric, you can just tuck it in wherever you can. Okay, let me just shift this so that it looks proper. So you see here, anything extra you have around, you just shift it and adjust it accordingly.
Mhm.
Let's see. This is this side. Yeah, my right is my left and my left.
Yeah.
It's so
So
funny.
when you're on camera, it's
It's
like,
so
where am
funny.
I?
It's like, where is this thing? I
Yeah.
should have had my mirror and then it would have been easier.
Even
But
if like you're sitting in the car, it's like,
I
Are
know,
they on
right?
opposite side of the car? Because the camera looks different.
But you guys get the idea. You
Yeah.
get the idea.
Oh, yeah,
And
and
it's
your
all about
earrings match the
fit.
scarf. I like it.
Oh, thank you. Yep, I did that for. I was like, I have my wear yellow with my pink. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, you just adjust it and you see what looks right, And it's all about shifting and tucking and just so it looks appropriate
Yes, I
for
like
what
it.
you're going
It's
for.
cute.
Thank you. Let me center that a little bit.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thanks for showing
Yeah,
us.
no problem.
So let's wrap it up. What do you have in store for Wrapped in Chic? What can we be expecting from you?
Okay, so I just want to continue to grow my brand. I would like to move more of a more in-depth blog portion to my website. I'm working on that. And I love the whole influencer space. I would love to work with brands in the future. That's definitely a goal. And I would love to even sell a unique specialty item or two in the future as well that I think my audience would enjoy. So there's so many things in store. Even on my page on Instagram, I would love to start doing interviews as well. And I just love what you're doing with your platform. So
Oh, thank
that's very
you.
encouraging. Keep it up. You're doing wonderful things. So yeah, I'm just excited. Just excited to be here.
Thank you, thank you,
you know,
thank you.
to
Thank
do
you
this.
for joining us.
Yeah.
So I mentioned before that I have a self-love workshop. And like I said before, when we do go to these festivals and these natural hair events or concerts and we see all these beautiful Black women with head wraps on, it's just like, oh, it's breathtaking to see. So
It is
for my
beautiful.
self-love workshop, I want to tell everybody to please wear a head wrap if you can. I love to see
Yeah,
Black beautiful women in head wraps. That's so beautiful to me. And
it is beautiful.
nobody can wear how we wear it. So
You definitely should do that. That would be awesome and fun,
yeah.
I'm sure, for your
And I know
attendees.
you're in Brooklyn, but if you can come
Yeah.
down, I would love to have you.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
I
Thank
want to
you.
start doing more self-love workshops and I want to have you there one day to see
Oh,
how
yeah.
you turned to something that wasn't like a bad hair day into a good day with you wearing a head wrap because during the pandemic that's all we had was the top part of us.
I
So
know.
the head wrap does enhance our personality in us. Gives
Right,
you an
exactly.
idea who we were or are behind the
Yeah.
camera.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Yep.
Yes.
I'm gonna
So
make it so
thank you
good.
for coming out tonight and joining
Thank
me tonight. I
you.
appreciate you. Continuing to keep being positive and finding beauty in yourself. So I thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this
All
platform.
right. Have a good
Take
night.
care. You too. Bye.